Hey everyone, great to have you back. Welcome to the weekly Company Nugget series, where bringing you an interesting company story is the mission. And also, we will tease about our upcoming episode. So, let's jump into it. Breaking news. Your company doesn't think you're funny, or at least enough. Comedy clubs are getting serious about jokes lately. Comedy venues are being called upon with greater frequency from well-known companies. The Second City, a comedy club with 60 years of history on the Chicago North Side, has produced an eye-opening list of comedians, the likes of Tina Fey and Steve Carell, and even hosted acts from Bill Murray, Joanne Rivers, and other giants. Their business is taking a more corporate form these days. Companies such as Twitter, Google, Facebook, Nike, and McDonald's are asking comedy clubs for help with improving employee soft skills. Whether it's for interdepartment communication, picture tongue-twisted techies interacting with slick salesmen, or for client relationships. It's a windfall for these comedy clubs. Just last year, Second City brought in over $50 million in revenue. I think this is a worthy idea, especially in the super PC culture we live in these days. Maybe it will allow people to lighten up and enjoy the workplace a bit more. And most importantly, what are your thoughts about all this? I'd love to see your comments down below. And for the episode teaser now. My next video will cover a clothing company that used influencer marketing with a force. Celebrities such as Madonna and Ludacris wore this brand religiously, and Chrissy Teigen even modeled for them. Coincidentally, their shrewd marketing was eventually the downfall of them. Put your comments down below, and whoever has the first correct answer will get the chance to help me pick the next episode. If you enjoyed this new series, make sure to give us a like, hit that subscribe button, click the bell to turn on notifications. As always, thanks for watching. I'm Business as Usual, and I'll see you in the next episode.